checklist. Today we are starting a new chapter, okay? Because I have already covered your coordinate geometry, okay? There was only simple things there in that chapter. There we should know that how to plot the points, and that concept we will be using in this chapter of linear equation, okay? Where we'll be plotting a graph on two variable, okay? We'll find the solution, okay? So here we will be covering three topics: linear equation and their solution, okay? And graph of a linear equation in two variable, equation of lines parallel to axis. Okay, these three topics we will be covering in the chapter. Okay, now let's see. So linear equation and the solution. Okay, first of all, equation. Equation, what is an equation? Actually, it is an algebraic equation. Okay, and what is an algebraic? When I was teaching you polynomial, then I would have explained you an expression which is comprised of constant term, variable, and algebraic. You can say arithmetic signs, okay, plus, minus, equal to, like this, okay, where all the things are there, they are called algebraic equation, okay. Like if you write 2x plus 3y is equal to 5, this is an algebraic expression. 3y is equal to 6, that is not something, is an algebraic expression, okay. Variable is there, constant is there, plus, equal to, okay. So it is an algebraic expression, okay. Now if you see the definition here, an algebraic equation is a statement of equality of algebraic expression involving one or more variables, okay. So algebraic equation, okay, in equation we will be having one or more variables, okay, and it is comprised of your algebraic expression where you have to check the LHS and the RHS. The expression on the left of the equality sign is the LHS of the equation, and the expression on the right hand side of the equation is the RHS, okay. Whenever we write any equation, okay, in mathematics, so your left hand side is LHS, we represent as LHS, and your right hand side is RHS. Many times we prove that LHS is equal to RHS or not, okay. So this left hand side is LHS, right hand side is RHS, okay. Now linear equation in one variable, we have gone through this in polynomial also, that what are linear equation one variable? An equation with linear expression, that means the highest exponent or the highest power is 1, okay. So it is in one variable also. It is, you can see linear equation one variable.
Hello?
Yeah,
Ma'am, can you tell me the name of the chapter we're doing?
Linear equation in one variable. In linear equation two variable. Okay.
Okay, yes.
So linear equation one variable. Linear equation means highest. Okay. Linear equation means the highest power will be 1, and in one variable that means only a single variable will be used, okay. Linear equation two variable also is there, okay. Linear equation one power is 1, and two variable, that means two variables will be used, x and y, two variables will be used, okay. So let's see linear equation one variable. An equation with linear expression, that is the highest component of the variable appearing in the expression is 1, okay? So as I told you that linear equation one variable. So let's see some of the examples of linear equation one variable.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you mute yourself?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Actually, in recording after that. So linear equation in one variable. Example. So it's linear equation, the highest power will be 1, and in one variable the single variable will be used, okay. Like I can write 3y by 2x is equal to 6. This is one of the example, okay. If I write this one also, you can see 3t is equal to 9 minus, only one variable is used, okay, and the highest power is also 1, okay, you can say, and 3y is equal to 6. These all are example of linear equation in one variable, okay. Now linear equation in two variable, from the name itself, linear equation, that means highest power will be 1, and it is written in two variables, so two variable will be used this time, not in a single variable. This one is not the example of the linear equation one variable. Sorry, I have written two variable and nobody has told you, okay. I have written two variable, okay, linear equation in two variable. So here if you see example, it will be 2y by 3x is equal to 10, or you can say y plus x is equal to 50, like this, okay. Okay, so two variables will be there, okay. Yeah, but highest power will be always 1 because we are dealing with linear equation, okay. Linear means linear means one power. Highest power will be 1. In polynomial, we have gone through quadratic equation, linear equation, cubic. In linear equation, the highest power was 1. Okay. Now let's see to figure out that. See, linear equation. Always remember that linear equation in two variable will be of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay. This will be the. Good morning, madam. I think you're saying something. Okay. This is your linear equation. This is a format of your linear equation in two variable. And for linear equation in one variable, your format is ax plus c is equal to 0. Okay. and this format is for linear equation 2 variable. So whenever, like in this question, if you see example 1, write each of the following linear equation in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b and c in each case. So in first one, it is already written in the form 2x plus 5y is equal to 4.27. Okay. So c, you can bring to the LHS side. So 2x plus 5y minus 4.27. Now if we compare the equation that you are having here with the equation of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So a value will be 2, b value will be 5, and c value will be 4.27. Okay. Similarly, Nazi, can you tell me?
Ma'am, I didn't understand on how you, in like the first question, 2y equals 3, it's becoming x plus 2y minus 3. Like, where did you get the x from?
Okay, wait, I'll write it again here. Have you understood, Advika, linear equation in 1 variable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's see linear equation in 2 variables.
2 variables.
So linear equation 2 variable will be of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay, where a, b, c, you can see here, I have written where a, b and c are real numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
A, B, C are real numbers, and A, B together cannot be 0. Okay, because all the terms will be 0. Then it, see, if A is also 0, B is also there 0. It is just a constant. Okay, and if coefficient of A is 0, that means it becomes in single variable. Okay, linear equation single variable. So for linear equation 2 variable, A, B, and C will be these are your you can say constant term, and it will not be 0. Okay, a linear equation. Just here, like here it is written 3y. 3y is equal to 6. This linear equation 1 variable, you can write this linear equation 1 variable in 2 variable. How? You can write 0 dot x plus 3y is equal to 6. So this can be done. Okay. But actually, if you see this thing without this x, because 0x will give you only 0. So it appears to you only 1 variable. Okay. So it should be of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now, if I have written an equation here from here to see x minus 5 is equal to 3 to 5. Now, if you will compare, before comparing, we will form it in the form of 3.
It will be x minus root 3y minus 5.
Yeah, wait, first let me change this in the form of ax plus by plus c. So first is ax, so x minus root 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now, when we will compare this equation from the format, the format is this ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. ये तरीका है ax plus by plus c आपका linear equation 2 variable लिखने का. Now, if you compare your x minus 3y, the given equation from the format, in which way you have to write linear equation 2 variable, then you can see the coefficient of x is 1. So a value will be 1. B value will be minus root 3, and c value will be minus 5. Okay, Advika, now you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay. Do you want to try for the third one? X is equal to 2y.
Ma'am, which question? I can't. Oh, x is equal to 2y.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. First, we'll have to bring 2y to this, ma'am, to the right side. To the left hand side.
I'm writing here. You tell me. X is equal to 2y. So I think you are telling me x minus 2y will be there.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can write here plus 0.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Plus 0.
Yeah. So now a value will be.
Ma'am, x.
No, x is the variable. Okay. See.
1.
This is your ax.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, a will be 1.
Yes. And b
will be 2.
Minus 2. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sorry. Okay, yes, sir. And c will be 0.
Yeah. So you have to remember this ax plus by plus c, where x and y are coefficient. Okay, I'll write here.
Ma'am, can I try one more?
X and y are your variable, and a, b, c are your constant term. Okay. Any doubt here?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I got it.
Yes, Shazan, you're saying something?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, to write a linear equation in 1 variable into linear equation 2 variable. Okay. If the equation is given in the form of 1 variable, how can you write that in 2 variable? Okay. Simple. See, if you'll just think about it, it's written in 1 variable. Okay. So second variable, maybe you can assume that it is multiplied by 0, because any term multiplied by 0, the coefficient of the second variable is 0. If the coefficient of second variable is 0, so that means the whole term will become 0. Yes. Okay. Now let's see. For example, question number 2, if you see here, I'll copy this question. Now,
what is that 0 dot x? Is that like multiplication?
Yes.
See, because that only I was going to tell you. To write a linear equation in 1 variable into linear equation in 2 variable. Okay? मतलब आपको 1 variable में दिया हुआ है, how can you make that in two variables. Okay. Now here I have copied the question to explain you. Okay. Now see the question. Write each of the following equation as an equation in two variable. Now if you see here for first one, 2y is equal to 6. So this is a linear equation in one variable. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
can you make it in two variables?
Ma'am, this will become 2y minus 3
Yeah.
x plus 0.
X plus 0. So x plus 0, how can you say x plus 0 will be? See, when a number is added with 0, it will give you the same number.
Ma'am, I meant 2y plus 3 plus x.
Yeah. So you are saying that 2y plus, minus
I mean equals 0, equals to 0, not plus 0.
minus 3, yeah, is equal to 0. Okay. But x is still missing. It is asking you to make it in two variables. So you need second variable, x. How can you put a second variable x? If I put x plus 2y minus is equal to 0, so this
Ma'am,
is a
you can write that as 0x, 0x.
yes. So that was I have written here. So 0x, because if I multiply 0 with any number, it will be a 0 again. Okay. So if I write 0x here, it will not change the equation. This equation is still 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. But here, if you see the equation when I have written, so you can see that this equation is written in two variables. So I have changed the equation which was written in one variable into two variables. So you have understood how to write the linear equation one variable into linear equation two variable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, second example, 3x is equal to minus 5. So you can write 3x plus 5 is equal to 0, and then ax plus by form 0 dot y plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is linear equation in two variable. Okay. You can see the second variable. Okay. This chapter is also very easy. Okay. Not big deal. Main thing is that you need to learn about your means how the equations are either, how to plot points to equation, how to get the ordered pair from your equation. Okay. Now, method to write a given statement as linear equation in two variables. Okay. Now, in your question, okay, it will be written in a format. You can say in your language statement form. Okay, it will not be mentioned to you that which one is x, what are the unknown. Okay, you have to, after reading out, make the quantities which exact value are not given. You are going to assume it as variables because you need to find out the values. What are variables? Whose values are not known, they are variables. Okay, so the values whose the ones which are not known in the question, we are going to assume it. Okay, let's see one example. So,
Ma'am, can I tell this one?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can I tell this one?
I didn't understand, Sutrika.
Ma'am, can I answer this question?
Yeah, of course you can answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so in this, ma'am, so now for this, we'll have to assume that the cost of the fountain pen is x.
Okay, the cost of a ball pen is rupees 5x less than half of the cost of the fountain pen. So you are saying fountain.
No, sorry, ball pen. Ma'am, ball pen will be x. So the final equation will be x minus 1 by 2x is equal to 5.
Ball pen, you are assuming x and
X.
pen has y. Yes. Now what
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
equation?
Ma'am, I was having the same question in my book, and I wasn't able to do it.
You were not able to do it. You were able to do it.
I wasn't able to do it.
Okay, let's see. So Advika, what is the equation you are telling me?
Ma'am, I think that this equation should be x minus 1 by 2y
Yes. Something
is equal to 5.
Very good, Advika. Okay, very nice in fact. Okay. So the equation will be this only. Everybody read the question. The cost of a ball pen is 5 less than half of the cost of the fountain pen. So two unknown quantities are here. The cost of your ball pen, and cost of fountain pen. So we have assumed cost of ball pen as x and the cost of fountain pen is y. Now if you see carefully that it is written that the cost of a ball pen. So cost of a ball pen, like if you have assumed x, so x is 5 less than half of the cost of the fountain pen. Okay, so x value will be equal to half of the cost of fountain. The half of the cost of a fountain pen means cost of fountain pen must y, half of cost of fountain pen, and it is already written 5 less than half of the cost of fountain pen. Okay, so this equation you will get. Okay, and when you will change it in the form of ax, we're going to bring this in the form of ax plus by. Let's see, minus y by 2. Okay, plus 5 is equal to 0. So this you will get. Okay, everybody. Now, if you take 2 common, means LCM, so you will get y plus 10 is equal to 0. Okay. Any doubt in this question? You just have to read the question very carefully. That what are missing. First of all, you have to figure out which two quantities or which quantities are missing, which quantities are in variable form. Okay, which quantities are not known. Okay. Now here it was in this question we were talking about two things. One was of ball pen and one was of fountain pen. And both the quantities actual price was not known. Okay, so we will have assumed the cost of the ball pen is X and the cost of fountain pen is Y. Okay, totally depends which one you are going to assume. Generally, we use X and Y as the variable. The first preference will be X and Y. Okay, now it is written in the statement the cost of a ball pen is 5 less than half of the cost of the fountain pen. Okay, half of the cost of fountain pen will be Y by 2, and it is 5 less than the half of the cost of fountain pen. So Y by 2 minus 5. Okay, and then we have got the equation as 2x minus y plus 10. Okay, after taking the LCM of 2. Okay, any doubt? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am, but what is the answer to this question? We didn't get that.
You have to just find the equation only. See, Advika? Write the
okay.
statement as a linear equation in 2 variables. Actually, this is a simple question just to tell you that how you are doing it. It is actually preparing you for the main question. Okay, first I taught you the graphs. Okay, the graph will help you to plot the points. Okay, then I'm teaching you how you can change the statement into a linear equation 2 variable, and after that all the things will merge in one, and then you have to, from this statement, you have to figure out what will be the linear equation, and then you have to plot the points. Okay, everything will be joined in the end. Okay, Advika, right now we are just learning the basic. We are learning actually how to change the statement into the form in this linear equation in 2 format. Okay, now similarly, Shazan, have you understood? You said that you were unable to do that.
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay, so let's see. You are going to solve the second question. Advika already told the first one. Okay, Shazan, here your question. Our lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. Roshni paid rupees 35 for a book kept for 7 days. Write a linear equation which satisfies this data. So, Shazan, can you tell me the equation?
Ma'am, let the fixed charge be X.
Okay, so fixed charge is equal to rupees X. Okay,
And ma'am, let the additional charge be rupees Y. I'm not sure.
rupees Y, and what will be the equation after that? Shazan, anybody else want to try? Razi, do you want to give it a try? Shall I expand the question?
Ma'am, can I?
Yeah, of course, Sarah, you can.
Ma'am, is it X plus 7Y plus 35?
What it will be? X plus
7Y plus 35.
7y
7Y plus 35.
plus 35. Are you sure?
Ma'am, I'm not sure.
7y. Shazan, why 7y?
Ma'am, because additional charge is rupees Y and she kept it for 7 days.
Yeah, she kept the library book. Okay, now I am the librarian. Suppose I am
Ma'am, won't it be 4y?
4y. Actually, this is wrong, Arham. This is wrong. I'm just explaining it. This will not be equation. Okay. So if I am the librarian, okay. So what is my fixed charges are for 3 days. For 3 days, it is a fixed charge. You have to pay only 5 rupees for 3 days. Okay. Now after that, for every day, I charge 1 rupee. You can say after that, for how many days you are going to keep, I'm going to charge 1 rupee. So if you have kept for 7 days, are you going to, what amount you are going to pay, Shazan?
3x plus 7y. Well, 5y.
3x plus 7y. She kept the book for total of 7 days, Shazan. She kept the book for total of 7 days. That means you have to minus 7. For 3 days, it will be the fixed charge. For 3 days, we already know the charges are fixed. Okay, so let me first rub it so it will confuse you. Okay, now for 3 days, your charges are fixed. So X rupees you have to pay. Okay, you will have to pay X rupees. Now Y will be for the rest of the day.
Days will be free, so it will be 3x.
Yes, yeah.
And the first
It will be x plus 4y plus 56. 35. Sorry.
Okay, I will write here 7 minus 3 so that nobody is confused. It is equal to 35. Now, Shazan, have you understood this equation?
yes, ma'am, I understood. I got it.
Why? Can you explain me this equation? See, she kept the book for total of 7 days. 7 days. But for 3 days, she is going to pay the fixed charge. Okay, so you have to minus 3 from the 7 days, because for 3 days there is a fixed charge. She has to pay that charge, and from after 3 days, how many days extra she has kept, for
4
that
days.
she is going to pay the additional charges.
Okay, ma'am. I got it.
Okay, so in 7 you are going to minus 3. That's why I have written in this format, so that everybody is not confused at how this 4 came from. Okay, so 7 minus 3. Okay, 3 days was the fixed charge and she has kept for total of 7 days. So you got x plus 4y is equal to, and the total price she has paid is 35 rupees. So I've written x plus 4y is equal to 35. So this will be,
Would it be x plus 4y minus 35?
yeah, you can change this in the ax plus by format. So it will be minus 35 is equal to 0. Okay, ax plus by plus c format. Okay, so
Got it, ma'am.
yeah, Shazan?
I got it.
Yeah, so everybody understood how you have to convert the your statement form into a two variable. Okay, read carefully, because if you make mistake in forming the equation, all the rest part is wrong. Your whatever value you will find for plotting the points, everything will go wrong. Always form the correct equation. Whether you have to read 2-3 times. Okay, just check that. Solution of a linear equation. Now, what is the solution of a linear equation? The value of a variable involved in a linear equation which satisfy the equation. Okay, जो variable है उसकी वो value जो कि satisfy कर the equation. Satisfy कर the equation मतलब क्या? What is the meaning of the satisfy the equation? That means the LHS becomes equal to the RHS. Okay, whenever we are having any equation, so we always check that LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so for any value of the variable for which LHS is equal to RHS, that means that is the solution of the equation. Just a minute. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay. So LHS is equal to RHS. And when we were studying polynomial, and I told you that for linear equation, there will be one solution. Okay. Linear equation in one variable. We have in polynomial one variable. Linear equation one variable, you will have a single solution. But for linear equation in two variable, you'll be having infinite solution. Why? For every x, there will be a value of y. Yes or not? We'll check here how it is possible that in linear equation 2 variable, there are infinite solution, because for every x, there will be a different y. Now let's see first the solution of linear equation 1 variable. What does this say? Okay. So the value of the variable, say x, which satisfy, it may be x, single variable, it may be x, it may be y, it may be z. Okay. This satisfy the given equation in x is called the solution of the given equation. Due to the single variable, it has a unique solution. And for single variable, there will be only one solution. Okay. Like if it is written, here only I have written 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x value will be what? Minus 5 by 3? Yes. If I say 3y is equal to 6, so it will be what? Y value will be 6 by 3, which will be equal to y is equal to 2. So it will be having only one single solution. Linear equation, one variable. Okay. And that you can plot it in point in your number line also. Okay. But if you go for the solution of linear equation in two variables, now let's see how this two variable are done. Okay, any pair of values of x and y, they satisfy the given equation in x and y is called its solution. Okay, now when we were plotting the points, and I told you there was ordered pair. What are ordered pair? Which follow a format. Okay, x comma y. So always an ordered pair will be always in same format. Okay, I'll change the color. X comma y. Always when you are writing this ordered pair for coordinate pair in coordinate geometry, you are going to mention x first, y afterwards. Point. Okay, partition point. Okay, so x comma y. Okay, so this x comma y is the solution of your linear equation two variable. Okay, so here x will be first, y will be afterwards, and you can see here a linear equation in two variable has infinite many solution. And how this possible? Let's see. Linear equation 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. I'll copy this better. Explain. Now, you'll see here, linear equation 3x plus 2y is equal to 14 satisfied by. So, first you will write 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. Okay. Now, if you will keep the value, or you can change it in the format of y. Okay. Or if you're keeping like this only. So, generally what we do when we need to plot a point or find the value, we make it y is equal to mx plus c in this format. Okay. So, if we make it in this format, so it will be y will be equal to minus 3x minus 14 by 2. Okay, so I will explain you afterwards. Okay, that how you are going to plot this and why I have changed it. This they are dependent, they are independent variables. All this. Okay, so if I am keeping x is equal to 0, okay, x is equal to 0, then y value will be what? Can anybody tell? This term will become 0 and minus 14 by 2 will be left. Okay, so minus 14 by 2 will be what?
Minus 7.
So your point will be 0 minus 7. Okay, first point. Similarly, you can keep x is equal to 1. If you keep x is equal to 1, what will be the value of y? 17 by 2?
Sir, ma'am, y will be
15 by 2.
minus
17
Wait,
by 2.
ma'am, how?
Y value, x value is 1. So x value is 1. So what? Minus 3. 3 ones are 3. So minus 3 minus 14 by
I
2.
wasn't seeing the equation.
Okay. Now, x, you can keep x value minus 1. Now if you're going to put my x value -1, so it will be what?
11 by that will become so that will become negative.
Yeah. So
yeah,
if
11.
you are-
11 by 2.
I wanted to show you that what it means you can keep on going. You can put
No, it
x
should be
value
negative,
as-
right?
Yeah.
It should be negative 11, right?
Yeah, negative because -14 is there. Yeah. So you will be keep on putting the values of x, you will be getting corresponding value of y. If you're going to put value of x2, then you will get a corresponding value of y. If you put -2, then you will get a corresponding value of y. If you can put 1 by 2, then you will get a corresponding value of y. Okay, so it will keep on going. Okay, so you have infinite many solution. For every x, there will be a y. If you have linear equation in 2 variable. Okay, for every, or you can say you can keep this in format of y. Okay, so here if you see y changes y is equal to mx plus c. Generally, whenever we need to plot a point or find the point, so we change this in this format. While you can say plotting the points in the graph. Okay, now here you will say, if see this equation, so x, for every x there will be a different y. Okay, so x is y is dependent on x. You can see here in this equation y is dependent on x, but x doesn't depend on anyone. For any value of x, you are getting it y. So x is here what? Independent variable, and y became a dependent variable. Okay, whatever value of x you will keep here, accordingly you will get the value of y if you see this equation. Okay, so x is a independent variable. Independent variable in this equation. Okay, and y is equal to dependent variable. Same equation you can create y independent and x independent. Okay, how? See this 3x you can write as in x format also. So in x format, if you write x is equal to 14 minus 2y by 3. You can write it like this format also. In this format, if you write, then y here is independent variable. Independent, and x is a dependent variable. Okay, for every value of x, you'll get a different y. Okay, so have you understood this concept of independent variable or dependent variable? When the value of one variable depend on the value of another variable, then like in this equation, you can keep
But why if x is 4, then y is 1, right?
if x is
4, then y is 1
in this equation you are telling me,
in this equation.
the blue one which I have written.
Yeah.
Yeah, if x is equal to 1.
No, if x is equal to 4, then y is equal to 1. Because if you put in this equation y as 1, you will get x as 4.
Yeah, so we'll get a different value. You're saying that only, na? That in both, when I'm making x dependent and when I'm making y dependent, so they are giving different values. Okay, because see in this equation it will keep y, so y value is equal to, it will keep 1. Okay, y value, because we are keeping 1. But if you will keep the value of y is -7, then you will get x 0. Do you want to check this, Aram? If you will keep y is equal to for first one, you can see y is equal to -7, x is 0. Yes, the same answer you will get. If you put y is equal to -7 in this equation, see 14 minus 2 sevens are 14 upon 3. So what you got? X is equal to
-7, right? So it should be plus, right?
No, I'm telling that here we have got, when I have made y a dependent variable, then x is equal to 0 gave you y is equal to -7. Okay, so when I'm going to keep y is equal to -7 in this equation, then also I will get x is equal to 0 only.
But ma'am, it's negative 2y, so won't that be
No,
plus 14?
it's not negative, sorry. It's my
It will
mistake.
be plus 14.
Writing I have maybe it's just 7. Okay, so have you understood this concept? Okay, now what we are here. Okay, now let's see. Now here you can see here, but x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5 does not satisfy the given linear equation, so it is not the solution of given. Now how x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5 does not satisfy the linear equation? Because when we keep x is equal to 1, y will not be 5, y will be a different value. Okay, satisfy means your LHS will be equal to RHS. Okay, anybody has doubt in this statement? X is equal to 1, comma y is equal to 5 does not satisfy the given linear equation. No.
Can you explain this one again?
X is equal to 1, comma y is equal to 5 does not satisfy.
Yeah.
Okay, see in this equation, this is for same for 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. Okay, so if I write here only I'm writing 3x plus 2y is equal to equation 3x. Now it is given here you x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5. Now if in this equation you put x is equal to 1, what you will get? 3 plus 2y is equal to 14. So what will be the value of y? Shazam?
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the value of y here?
Ma'am, 11 by 2.
So we didn't got x, y is equal to 5.
Yes,
Yes. So
Yes, ma'am.
how can this be a solution?
Oh, ma'am, we need to find the value for y.
Yeah, see in the equation for every x you can find a value of different y. Okay, or if you are going to do like x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5, if you need to check that this is a satisfying solution for the equation or not, then you will check for LHS and RHS. How you are going to do that also I will explain you here. Just somewhere here I can explain you. Okay, let it be here only I explain you. Okay, it was written equation was what? Just 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. This was your equation, and it was telling you x
Yes, ma'am.
x is equal to 1, comma y is equal to 5. Not a solution. Does not satisfy given equation. How can you check? You will put the value in the equation. So x is equal to 1. So 3 into 1 plus 2y. 2 and y value we have 5 is equal to 14 in the equation. Now 3 ones will be 3, 10.
Ma'am, it will be 13 equals to 14.
13 not equal to 14. We know
Okay.
that 13 cannot be equal to 14. Okay? Can any mathematician, or just ignore mathematician, can anybody prove that 13 is equal to 14? No. So 13 is not, we already know that 13 is not equal to 14. That means this point does not satisfy the equation. I have checked it. LHS, since you can say, since LHS not equal to RHS, so ye satisfied नहीं कर रहा है. Okay, that x is equal to 1, y is equal to 5. Okay, does not satisfy the equation. Okay, now any doubt anybody?
No, ma'am.
So that's good. Now let's see some more things here. Okay, now methods of finding the solution of, why is it so like this? Method of finding the solution of linear equation in two variables. Okay, now how can you find the solution of linear equation in two variable? The way that I told you, that you are going to put x and then corresponding value of y you are going to find. Only see, it's written also the same thing in two steps. Put an arbitrary value of x or y in given equation, okay, and find the corresponding value of other variable. Okay, thus we get one pair of solution of given equation. That means one ordered pair you will get. Now repeat this step, repeat these steps, and you will find as many points you want to find. Like in the equation, you may be having 3 points, 4 points, like that. Okay, but remember, whenever you are plotting a points, at least minimum of 3 points. Okay, you should find 3 points. Just don't stop after 2 points. Minimum of 3 points or 4 to 5 points always. Okay, from 3 to 5 points you should go. Okay, don't stop after 2 points. Okay, then only you can get a preferable solution. Okay, now let's see one example here. Now generally whenever we plot the points, the first number that we put, or first value of x that we use, that is x is equal to 0, and corresponding y we find. Now after that x1 corresponding y, depending on the question also. Okay, now here in example number 5, if you see, your equation is 4x plus 3y is equal to 2. Now I'm just copying this question, and everybody will tell me 1 point. Okay, okay, now here is your equation. Find any 4 solution of equation. 4 solution you have to find out. Okay, so for every
X is equal to 1, y is equal to, x is,
okay, we are starting from Adam. Okay, so first solution you give me, Adam, what x you want? X is equal to,
just wait 1 second,
any x you can choose. Raji, do you want to try? X is equal to, you think which x you want to put. Okay, Adam, till then next year starts. Yeah,
Now x is equals to 0.
okay, so x is equal to 0. So what will be the value of y? So your first term will become 0. 4 into 0 plus 3y is equal to 12. So y value will be what? 12 by 3? Am I right? 12 by 3. So it will be equal to
4.
So you have got a value of 0, 4. The first coordinate. Okay. Now Arham, have you decided what will be the value of x? Still not?
yes, I got it, -1.
-1 you want to put. Okay. So it will be 4 minus 1 plus 3y is equal to 12. So y will be equal to 12 plus 4 by 3. Okay. So what it will be?
12 plus 4 by 3, that will be 16 by 3.
Yeah. So final
1 by
answer.
3, -1 by 3. Sorry, 1 by, it's,
Not 1 by 3.
yeah, this is 16 by
16
3.
by 3 only will be there. So
Yeah.
-1 comma 16 by 3. Try to take the values when you are plotting points. Here you can take any values and get the point. But when you are plotting the points on the graph paper, try to get a whole number. Okay, or a point like 0.5 like this. Okay, so you
Okay,
can easily put the points. No,
I'll try.
you are not wrong here, because we're just finding the points. But when you need to plot the points on the graph paper, try to get a whole number. Okay, it's because
If x is 3, if x is 3, then I think it's 0, right?
if x is 3, okay, let's see for x is equal to 3.
Because then it's become,
3. So x is equal to,
because
I'm
it
changing the
will
equation
become
of y.
12, so that must mean
I'm
0.
changing the equation of y in the form of x. So what is y is equal to? y is equal to 12. Just a minute. I'll change the equation. To see the equation here. So 12 minus 4x by 3. Okay. Now you are telling x is equal to 3. So it will be 12 minus 12 by 3. So it will get 0. So at 3, y will be 0. Okay. Now, who else is going to try? Find the value. Shazan. Advika, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shazan. So tell me, x value will be what? You assume x
Ma'am,
value.
3.
Yeah?
3.
3 already I am told. You can have any other value. 1, 2, 5, 7, 10, any value.
Ma'am, you take it as 4.
4. Okay. So y value will be equal to?
2. Oh, sure.
So what? Minus 4 by 3.
Ma'am, how it is 16?
4x. Minus
Oh, okay.
4x. So 4 for the 16. I have changed this equation. See the equation here. This equation I have changed in the y format. Y is equal to 12 minus 4x by 3. Okay. So where I was.
No, we did already 4, right?
Yeah.
We
No,
did 4 already, right?
we have not done 4. Minus 4. You have done 3 and then you have done minus 1. Yeah. So who else is going to try? Advika, are you there? Advika is not there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here, Shazan. Ma'am, she left, I guess.
Okay, she left. Maybe
Ma'am,
I'm
she
letting
left.
you forward. Okay. So
Ma'am, what about 6?
Yeah?
6.
So, okay, fine. We are stopping here because we are over the time also. Okay. So can you see here? We have got 1 as, and right here 0, 4. And then 1 point we have got minus 1, 16 by 3. And then 1 we have got 3, 0 and 4, minus 4 by 3. Okay. So we have got all the points here. Okay. Now, can anybody tell me 0, 4, which quadrant? 0, 4, which quadrant?
First.
Yes. Minus 1, 16 by 3.
Second.
Razi 3, 0.
Yes, ma'am.
3, 0, which quadrant?
Ma'am, first.
Yes. Adam 4, minus 4 by 3, which quadrant?
Ma'am, may I?
That'll become the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah? Which quadrant? 4. Very good. So everybody understood now how you're going to plot the points also. We have done, it was not asked, but I just wanted to make sure that you remember the quadrants also. Okay. So this is how you're going to find the points. Okay. For every corresponding x, you can find a y. Okay. And generally, we make the x as dependent variable and y as independent variable whenever we want to plot the points or find the points from a given equation in two variable. Okay. We don't make y as independent and x as dependent. We generally make x as independent and y as dependent. Like just now I have done it. Okay. Now, similarly, there is equation 6 also. Sorry, question 6 also. When 3 times the larger of two number is divided by the smaller. Okay. Now, see. First, you have to form the equation. The statement is given. First of all, you are going to find the equation and then you are going to find the points from here. Okay. When 3 times the larger of two number is divided by the smaller, then the quotient and remainder are 2 and 7 respectively. Okay. Form a linear equation 2 variable for above and give its 2 solution. So what will be the linear equation here? When 3 times the larger of two number, okay, is divided by the smaller. So here there are two things, one smaller number and the larger number. So we can take larger number as x and smaller number as y. Okay. I'm writing here only larger x, smaller number y. Okay. Then what it is telling you? When 3 times the larger number means 3x. Of when 3 times the larger of two numbers is divided by the smaller, then the quotient and remainder are 2 and 7. 3 times the larger of two numbers. Wait a minute. 3 times larger of two numbers is divided by the smaller. Divided by the smaller. What it is telling you? Then the quotient remainder are 2 and 7. 2 is your remainder is 2 and no quotient is 2 and remainder is 7. Okay, so how do you form the equation? Px is equal to your it is written as the dividend qx quotient gx plus multiplied by qx plus rx. Okay, so gx value will be dx multiplied by 2y plus 7. Okay. This equation I will first see because the statement is when gx is larger of two numbers divided by the smaller. This statement is little bit means you can say. Okay, I will go through it and then I will let you know. Okay, till then we are closing here. Okay, this was not the part. Close. Okay, so we are almost completing with this section. Okay, so I'm ending the class here.